Eternal Horizon. Well, this has been quite a long time since I've done this. Well, it's just, in all honesty, I haven't. Yeah, it's been a while I've actually touched this down. The last time I did that, I took it down from YouTube, so that tells you a lot about it. However, it's re-released a part of the offset of Jamie Clive Boyle. Why in the hell not should we see what's inside it? Because let's be honest, we probably got some dodgy drawings. I mean, looking at this, why does his nose look like it's a little crater? So let's get into all this and. Oh boy! Who's this homeless guy? Well, this is Edward, the man. You know he's a man? Well, obviously. The funniest thing about this is that I only called him that because I was literally doing a whole deep dive on the internet, and I remember, oh, Edward the Confessor, British history, you know? So, you know, I called him that. Regardless, and this is a very interesting, if you ask me, because where do we start? The first thing I noticed, definitely what is different, what I usually do, is that there's literally two. I don't do this anymore, I only do one, and you'll probably see it on your screen now, but however, it's just like, it's interesting to see that I did this. The one thing that I realised for the new one, and that I definitely do, is it's more in proportion to when I animate the characters. However, this seemed to be more like just consistency when I was drawing. If we can look here quickly, you can clearly see here where I put little lines here just so that each of these drawings were the same position, but this wasn't the actual character, and you will see later because oh boy, as you can see here, he slowly grows a beard, but I don't know, in the final version he has more of a bushy beard, and I don't know why in here I didn't. I think this is more rushing because I wanted to rush into this so I can literally just, you know, have it all here. But I do like the costumes. I think the one thing though is the costume designs are very accurate to the film one. I think that's actually a good thing I've done. Except for this. Apparently this is hair. I don't think that's what hair does. It looks like hands. But in general, yeah, it's passable. I think this is alright. It definitely isn't drawn in the style of the animation, but it was nearish to it. Is that an arm? It looks like he's got it just looks like a chunk. Why? Kind of funny though, if you look here, he has his arms, it goes short to being thicker. Also, why does he have stumpy feet like he's a tree trunk? I'm an idiot. Like, I don't know why I did that. Maybe it's because I fell down the stairs when I was in production and I was hospitalised. Interesting though, the side profiling. I went for this little like shading thing, if you can see. Like it's very zigzaggy, which is, I don't know, just like frail hair I was trying to go with. Didn't do that either. Interestingly though, this is not really drawn accurate in terms of the face shape. As you can see here, there's like, it doesn't really straight, like it's a side profile. It looks like he's a cyclops. I was clearly just quickest, just, you know, get the design of what it looked like. It wasn't supposed to be drawn to scale. I think because I had I'm trying to remember, it was a month, and I think I only had, is it 4 weeks? Because I was doing the animation, I remember I had to actually animate this, and I had to edit this and all that within the deadline. So I think the concept of this was just get it down, you know. And I wasn't really intended to show people this, but well, I guess I'm a liar, am I? There is the one thing I must add. I also did a female. Meet Edith. Isn't that Edward the Confessor's wife? There's nothing like what she looks like in the final film. The only one thing I could say that is accurate is the costume. This is exactly the same costume, and I'll go into this. The first thing I used was probably these two in terms of the age, because I don't remember when I was doing this I used this really old version. That's particularly because in the actual film he passed away and she survived. So I guess I'm trying to say this, that she's a little bit younger. In general though, it's the same story where this wasn't actually accurate to size, and you can definitely see this don't look like the same woman. Who's this? Okay, my drawing is ass, and I definitely deserve a slap in the face. Whoever told me this was good, I don't like you. Go away from me! It's the same thing with the nose, but the thing is that it doesn't differ down out and it goes in, it's just like a big curve. Yeah, it's the legs. It looks like she's just got two legs joined together. The arms is a little bit better than the male, where it was getting thicker. Edward, literally, is more stick to what he looks like. If you watch the film, you can see this is definitely more in line with what he looks like in the film. You look at Edith, it's slight change, but to me though, I think that's just like okay. You know, I'm not desperately upset about it. I wasn't paid enough for this. So many islands! Quite literally, this is just an array of backgrounds, and I don't know if they're in order. If it isn't, I'm very sorry about that. You could tell this was totally in order when I first did this. First thing here, which is backwards for you, to design the island really into like, I wanted to plan it out, like for example, what would this island be, and you know, for each scene, where's he going from each point. The one thing I say where we didn't use, because we actually, me and Harry, the producer, he basically made a decision in the storyboard, we'll get to that, where we just cut some stuff out. So I'm pretty sure like there was some scene planned to be in this top area. That never happened. Essentially we just didn't do this. But yeah, in general though, I kind of did this here when I talk about like tree area, grassland, and these are the rocks, you know, color coordinated. So I definitely planned this. Again, like this is just like a field. Like, how would the trees, would they surround you? Because if a tree surrounds you around, that will give you the sense of your trap, and this is just a wild beast, and you're not going to get off this island. However, you can have more of an open space with the trees and grass and let the sun go through, and it has more of an opportunity of like, you know, hope on the island, and you could escape, but it also could be a place you can have refuge on. These were bugs I did. They never moths, and we have here a dragonfly. Wood lice is in here. Yeah! Seagulls and birds did made it in. I'm just so British like that. More of just more technical stuff is going to be. For example, like how is he going to put up his shelter? And the one we went with was this one, where it's just more against a tree. I think that was more logical. So the other one was like, you know, you're using tree part of it, and this one is just on a rock. I don't know why, but so yeah, that's essentially what I did here. The crab design is exactly as the crab did in the film. Oh, shelter. As you can see here, I went with the idea of kind of a stick holding up against these trees and a big leaf. Why is the leaf that big? Well, your imagination is amazing. It says more about me. That's why I didn't pass my math test. It all makes sense now. I'm a dumbass. This is a feature that you guys probably know. This feature a lot of the stills we've been posting. It's in the actual animation. Obviously one of the big things where he's laying down on it. I like this. This is my favourite background out of all of them, because I just like the composition of how, you know, it's small. This is literally small, but like in the animation it's actually zoomed in, and it feels much like nice when you have that transition going like this and you see the whole landscape. A thick leaf off the base. And this is what I was example in the actual thing. I can actually bring this up now here, where I was trying to get that sense of the if you can see here, the trees and all auto, and I tried to do the same here. So you know, it's really good how like the synergy between the concept art. Oh my god, someone died in the sun. Apparently the sun bleeds. This is supposed to be a shadow. It doesn't look like it. However, I did put an overlay of craft paper, so in the end it blends in really well. But if you saw this just like this, bamboo, I don't know why bamboo's here, because the way we've looked at terrain, it's very like more deep forest, it's more trees rather than like, I don't know if you can say exotic, but something like a bamboo to be in that place. It's a bit out of character, but I think to be fair, because it's quite a imaginative island, it has actually quite a nice thing, this tall bamboos and you're running through it. I wish they feature more in the film. This is again just rocks at night. Not much to say, rocks at night. Again, these are just fairy scenes. For example, for this is just a tree and a rock. This looks like a mushroom. And this is one of the opening shots where we start from the top and scroll down. This is literally just some birds and birds and the island. The funniest bit, I didn't animate the birds. God, I'm lazy. And again, these are two shots, this is the daytime, obviously, from the light green, and here it is at night. I tried to do different green shades to kind of give off like this different shadow perspective of it, and because we had the overlay going over it in craft paper, because this is white, it translates really well, like this would become that colour. Again, this is off a hilltop, where this is just grass, and then this would be where the character would stand, and then obviously down here is the water. And then this is what I was talking about, like how the trees surround him. It kind of gives off that, you know, he's stuck in this island, like this island really want to keep him there. Another theory of the base, and here is that a longer angle where he jumps off and he dives into the sea. So I'm trying to find timber across these trees, and this one's just a tree shot. This is a fairy shot with some trees and a little bit of the sea. This is just a pool beach perspective where this would be sand and here is the sea. Once again, this is what I showed you. This is a rock where this scene is where they're jumping, so they jump from here to here. So kind of like a ambitious scene I wanted to make. This is another shot of the beach and the sea. Again, yeah, this is where we're getting into, I don't know, logic. I don't know the logic. Bamboo and these normal trees just doesn't make sense at all. And trees are big already, so you've got something more thick and big, and you've got here something just very long, going in height wise, like very tall. But you know what? I think, like, as for background, I think they did very, very well. Oh, that was the Eternal Horizon concept parts and character design. Really interesting though. I definitely want to say that, like, it's interesting how the inconsistency of the character drawing I did and all those backgrounds. But I think one thing that I'm really happy is, like, if you watch the actual animation, and it's just like how it all comes together, and actually is very good. It's very disjointed, but obviously that's more of the time because I had to rush it from obviously when I was doing this in college, and I just think it all turned out well in the end. Well, except for, who is this?